I'm going to show you how to make a greeting card with Photoshop. And I'm going to make a Christmas card, but you could make any kind of card that you like. I'm going to use the free template that I've provided here. But if you take a look at this video, you'll be able to see how you could create your own template for this. The link for the free template is included in the show notes there. So I've downloaded it here. I'm going to open it with Acrobat, and it's opened with the attachments visible here. If your attachments aren't visible, go under the View menu and go Show and Hide Navigation Panes and collect attachments here. I'm going to click on the first one and shift click on the second one and save them all to someplace convenient. In this case, I'm going to use my desktop, and then I'll close it. And there is a number of files in here. You can use them if you choose to. The key one here is this template. This is the PSD. This is the Photoshop file. If you have thumbnails visible, you can see that there's a difference here between the PDF and the actual template. So you want to right-click and go Open with Photoshop. The first thing you'll see is this, and that's because there's a font on here which your computer probably doesn't have. Just go Don't Resolve. And here's my little template. You can see here I have rulers visible, and if you don't see rulers here, just go under View menu and check rulers. Right now my rulers are set to inches. If you right click in here, you can set them to percent, and you can see this is how I set one here. I pull out from the ruler and put it back, and I'm setting it to, if you press shift, it will jump to particular ones here. And I have set one at 50% in the vertical and 50% in the horizontal. I've also created guides on the side here, and I'm putting this in inches because my printer won't print right to the edge. Okay, so this allows me to print this greeting card, and then I can just cut out on this gray guide here and fold up my card. You only have to print one side, and it just folds into a nice little greeting card here. I'm going to show you how to insert images here. I have frames in here. If you've got the latest version of Photoshop 2019, you can use frames. I've included frames. But these ones here will work with any version of Photoshop. This is the picture of Santa, the inside right here. And I've made a selection by hitting the control and then clicking on this little thumbnail here. Control on your keyboard and click on here, left mouse click, and it will make a selection. If you're on a Mac, it's Command and on here. Now, I'm going to show you here, I have opened up, I have downloaded this image that I got from the internet here, and of course you can use whatever images you like. I'm just going to copy it here by going Select All and Edit, Copy. Then you can see here I've got this selection here, and I'll go Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. It does appear. Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. Look at that. You know what's happening here is my poor computer is struggling to videotape this as well as do the actual function, and it's a little too much for it. There it goes. Okay. And you can see what it does is it did not erase the original image, okay? And it's placed the image inside that box that was created by this particular thing here. And you can see up here that you've got the image in here and essentially the mask. Now, if I want to move the image, I can select here either the mask or the image, and I'm going to select the image here, and I've got the move tool selected here, and I can move it around. Or I can go edit, free transform, and select it. Whoops. If you're using Photoshop 2019, you don't have to press the Shift key any longer. But I've been doing it for a long time, so I can free transform it, and because it's going to be on the inside right of my picture here, I need to flip it. I'll go transfer, edit, transform, a flip vertical, and it will flip it in the correct direction. All right, so you can paste, and if you put text in here, and I've put a little bit of text in here, and I've put it the correct way around. It has to be flipped vertically and horizontally to make it readable. And you'll notice here that I have 3 of these pictures do not have backgrounds on them. And the reason is if you have nice photo paper, you can use as big an image as you like. But if you're using standard paper and you use an image like this with a full background, your page is going to become very wet with ink, and it's going to get a little wrinkly. So I've also provided you with, you can use the images here, but you can also open these images here. I'm just going to go to Mrs. Claus here, open her up here, and this is the image that I've included. Now, you could do a copy paste. You could just use any part of it. You know, for example, you can turn off the various layers or move whatever. In this case, I'm going to bring everything in to my image here, and I could do that a number of ways. The easiest way is going here under the select menu, select all, and then go edit, copy merged, and then in the greeting card here, if I have, let's say I'm going to put it on the back cover, I'm going to command or control click in here to make a selection, and then go edit, paste special, paste in place. Oh, it should have been Mrs. Claus, edit, copy merged, and then in here with that selection, back cover here, edit, paste special, paste into. Now mine is glitching out here because of my poor computer just can't handle this particular thing. There it goes. And it ended up in the wrong layer, so I put it, just dragged it up and down the line. Just click on it and drag it. And of course I can use it there. And you can see that it's a little low. I can do a couple things here. If I've got, remember, you don't want to be on there, you want to be on here. I'm clicking on there, edit, free transform, and you of course can adjust it to fit so that you've got a little Mrs. Claus there. Anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and download the template and use it, and use the other images in it if you like them.